Distinguished colleagues, the Special Committee, after exhaustive deliberations, recommends as follows: that the restructuring sum of 22 trillion 719 million 703 719 billion 703 million 774,306.9 only for ways and means advances be approved, because the advances were made to ensure that the government does not shut down. And this is something that we are always looking for. 2, that the Senate further approves the sum of 180 billion 463 million 62,187, being the money, the interest accrued on the money. Only being the balance of the supplementary budget and the interest accrued on ways and means advances. 3, that if there is need to exceed the 5% threshold of the prior year revenue, recourse must be made to the National Assembly for approval. 4, that the federal government should begin the process of recovering the portion of ways and means given as loans to the state governments, as further deferment of the payment of the loans by the states will not be healthy for the economy. 5, that the federal government, through the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, should expedite action on the repayment of loans through treasury bills and the bond issuances. And 6, that the National Assembly will not condone, it's important, the National Assembly will not condone future increase in ways and means without seeking the approval of the National Assembly. I so submit.
Those against say nay, the ayes have it. And let me emphasize on recommendation 6. That is, that the National Assembly will not condone the way and manner, the ways and means accrued over a long period of time. Ways and means is not peculiar to our country. They become necessities, but there are procedures and processes and better ways of incurring them. First of all, the National Assembly is always there to consider the request of the executive in the national interest. And I don't see any National Assembly standing against any infrastructural development, building roads, bridges, and so on and so forth. So it is very, very important that the executive, before they incur this kind of huge ways and means, they should, in fact, it's a must that they seek the approval of the National Assembly. And where, for whatever reason, an emergency happened, it shouldn't take this kind of period before a request is sent to the National Assembly for approval. We have to pass this because we don't want the government to be shut. The Supplementary Budget 2022 is on hold at the moment because we could not pass the Ways and Means request. But today, with this passage, the Supplementary Budget 2022, which essentially is to rehabilitate damaged roads, damaged bridges across the country, would now kickstart. And I'll urge the executive even though the executive is going on the 29th of May, but even one day is important. And government is continuing, we should start implementing the supplementary budget 2022 just alongside the budget 2023 in earnest, and where we are not able to complete, the next administration will come and continue with good work. So I want to commend the Senate for looking at this very dispassionately, because we have thought and thought over it. We are not happy with it, but then the nation needs to move on. So it became a matter of national interest and national emergency for us to consider and pass the request on the restructuring of the ways and means from the executive. Thank you very much.